Start smushing.
Oh, we're live.
Yep.
Right now?
Yep, you're live.
Yo, you already know what it is. It's your man Tony Sco. Another edition of the After Party live stream. Tony Sco Morning Riot Show. It's your man Tony Sco, of course. Leon Rogers is now transformed to DJ LR.
Hit a couple bombs.
Yep. Hey, check it out, man. And of course, no, your eyes are not deceiving you. That is your man, Trey Songz in the building.
Special guest today. Thanks
Of
for
course,
coming on.
my man Drew from Fake Shore Drive in the building, man. We talking about Chapter 5 in stores next Tuesday, August 21st, y'all. So let's get it cracking, baby.
Yeah, let's start with, let's talk about the album real quick. Features, production, songwriting, all that stuff. Let's just get into it real quick.
All right, y'all, we just played. Ain't nothing wrong with your You was like, my shit don't go right with
They sitting there going crazy with the Hey man. The album is great. It's in stores like they said on the 21st. I got great features on there. Lil Wayne, Jeezy, Rick Ross, Meek Mill, Puff Daddy. And I got the single Heart Attack, 2 Reasons, Dive In, working with great producers, great songs. It's my 5th album, and I feel like it's the culmination of what my career has been and even what my career is going to be. The last record we played before we went to break, Simply Amazing,
yeah.
was just a step into a different sound for me, and I think people appreciate that.
Yeah, because it definitely grows with every album. Like,
That's
fan
what I'm
base
gonna
gets,
say.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Get where the CD at?
You can see.
Yeah, get the CD.
We got the first copy that I've ever touched.
Right here.
Bang.
And you know what was crazy though,
I
you
just
guys?
cover y'all niggas up.
You guys didn't get to see it, but earlier he came in, he unwrapped the CD like a kid at Christmas.
This is the first time you saw it?
Yeah.
First time he actually saw a
Wow.
physical copy. He started reading the liner notes like he didn't write them.
Right.
Hey, so but let's just talk
thank?
about that really quick. As an artist, is it like when you put all the work into it, it's like waiting on a baby, you know what I mean?
Oh, man,
and finally you give birth. How does that feel, man, to finally see that product or walk into a store and see that new product sitting on them shelves, man?
It's like you've been creating it for so long. You just want the world to hear it. You want to share it with the world. Like it's so like it's live streaming on iTunes right now. Just to have people hear it was like a little bit.
Right.
Once it's out, it's gonna be like, yeah, you know what I mean?
What are some of the early comments and some
Reviews
of the
people,
talk about?
people have been really, really liking it, man. Like especially on my Twitter feed, we was trending topic for like 3 days straight.
Wow.
Trey Songz Chapter 5. I'm going on premiering 2 videos next week. I'm very excited about. Man,
What songs from the
Yeah, what
the
is
Hail
it?
Mary song.
Right,
The video is crazy.
Yeah.
Directed
DJ
by.
Phantom played in the mix
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
Directed by me, Kevin Hart. I got that's the record Lil Wayne and Jeezy is on. It's a hilarious and great concept for a video.
Kevin Hart again.
Yeah.
Where'd you guys shoot, LA?
No, we shot it actually in Miami.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
Nice
got
scenery.
we got some of the lingerie football league players in there from Philadelphia, some from the Miami team as well. Like I said, I directed it with Kevin Hart. He's starring in it as well. It's gonna be hilarious.
Hilarious. And you just said something about being a director. Talk about wearing that hat and how much responsibility do you have for the visual, the concept of the video when you're the director? Like, how much input is yours?
Well, what I've learned throughout my career is that nothing happens the way you want it to if you don't take control of it.
Right,
So I had to
You
really
learned that
get
the
in.
hard way?
Yeah, I definitely learned that, and I didn't take too many hits with it, but I'm very particular.
Right.
And with somebody so particular, you have to be you pay people to do a job and they still not gonna do it the way you want
have
it
the
done.
vision. They can't
You know what I
create the
mean?
vision
Unless
of
you
that.
are all the way in.
Right.
So
And it's usually like some guy from the mailroom. Trey, I got the song right. Hail
I
Mary.
got this idea.
You're
Here's my
nailed to a cross
storyboard.
in the middle of Brooklyn. You're like, what the hell are you talking about, right?
The crazy thing, if you ever read a treatment, they paint the picture so vivid. They're like, Trey steps in with his R&B sexiness out of the shadows and he will sing songs
With its R&B sexiness.
Because like, how do you even
exuding
translate
from
that
his
to
body.
real life?
Right.
Like, what does that even mean? So I saw that you had, you had direct creative, input on everything that you did, from the pictures to the artwork.
Right.
Has it always been that way, or did you just kind of take that role
I've
with
always,
this album?
for the first 2 albums, I had to earn it.
Right.
And I really earned it with the Ready album, with a lot of putting out an anticipation mixtape, just to like a body of work that didn't need to be consulted, didn't need to be A&R'd. And, a couple singles, actually, Your Side of the Bed, which was a single that I dedicated to the truth, broke off of that record. Invented Sex leaked, which was a record that my A&R department didn't ended up being a breakout record as well. So that kind of earned me the position to say,
all right, I got this.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. And every album after that has been that way.
It's easy too to forget like the number of big songs that you've had that we've played here at this radio station.
Right.
I was listening to the mix today. DJ Phantom did the all Trey Songz mix.
Me too.
I'm like, damn, and I even
Yeah,
and it was even kind of like you
I
was
was
surprised. Like,
it's got
damn,
a lot
I
of
got a lot
hits.
of records right now.
Right. Because your first album dropped to what, 05?
05. Yeah.
Right.
So when you look back on your catalog, man, I mean, what are you most proudest of? Are you more proud of the songs, the growth? Which is your favorite, CD that you put out? Like when you look back at Trey Songz' catalog, how did that make you feel, man?
Well, I think Ready was my album that had the most singles. I had 6 singles on Ready.
Wow.
Already on Chapter 5.
We're talking
I had
Michael
5
Jackson
singles.
type numbers on singles. Who
Not the
does-
Mexican Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Right. Not the Mexican Michael. Who does more than, like nowadays, who does more than maybe even 2 singles off of a CD?
Yeah, so in this Chapter 5 CD, already I got 5 singles out right now, and 2 of them in the top 10, and feeling very good about it. We like 120 million in audience before the album comes out. I never been there. And for y'all out there listening that don't know what that means when I say 120 million people in audience, that means at any given time, the records that are out in the series that they're being played in, it's that many people that have heard them.
That's worldwide.
Yeah, I'm very excited, man, and I think looking back at my proudest moment, it'd probably be I spoke to Stevie Wonder the other day.
Wow.
Bet he ain't see that coming.
About my career. It's funny though. He was in the car. He said, "Trey, I'm driving."
driving.
One thing about it, Stevie a funny dude. He a funny dude.
I'm on my way. I'm driving right now. Hold
Stevie
on.
will say something to you like, "Look me in my eyes." You know what I'm saying? But I spoke to him and I performed with him at the BET Honors, and he actually sang Invented Sex a couple years ago. And that was one of my proudest moments, to know somebody that's like a cornerstone in the culture, like somebody who was there,
A real legend.
somebody
A real
that Michael
legend. A
Jackson
real legend.
looked up to,
Right.
somebody that R. Kelly looked up to, somebody that everybody I looked up to. So to have him vouch for me and really allow me to perform alongside him and still have respect for me here today is very
Definitely
much,
rewarding.
Yeah, to say the least.
Who's that one person that, like you just mentioned, Stevie Wonder, and I'm sure that you've met so many people in the industry, but who was that one person that you, like, even you were like,
Starstruck.
oh my God, I can't believe I'm standing right in front
Beyonce
of
every time.
Really, Beyonce? Even after all this time, when you still see us like
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I'm not starstruck anymore, but still her presence is like, wow.
Wow. Like,
You know what I mean?
she sucks all the air out of the room when
No,
she
she
walks
definitely
in.
tastes it.
Bro.
That go big.
Right. No disrespect, Jay. You know
No,
what
not
I'm
at all.
saying?
Not at all. He knows.
So one of my favorite moments from you in Chicago was, I think it was about 3 or 4 years ago, after your show at the Taste of Chicago.
Oh, taste me.
Oh, the infamous.
The
I'm gonna walk down the
infamous
damn
walk
street
down
video. The
Police
infamous.
told me if I left, they was gonna lock me up.
The infamous, I'm getting ready to start my own parade down Michigan video that
Alright.
circulated on
So
YouTube.
what happened? Like, they told you that you couldn't leave a certain way.
Yeah, they told me I couldn't leave, and
You had a
people,
packed
but they
performance.
weren't making anybody else
Right.
leave. So
Right.
I was just in prison.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
You couldn't go anywhere.
right? They're like, you can't leave yet. Okay, you
Until
can leave
they
in
were trying
15
to
minutes,
say-
and then you
right.
can leave in 20 minutes. Now you can leave in 30 minutes, and nobody ever came back, and the park was clear.
Yeah.
At least so I should have been able to get in my vehicle.
At least.
But they wouldn't let the car move. So I said, fuck it, we gonna walk. That turned out.
That turned out.
So that worked.
Yeah, figure that out. That shit was wild. So you're walking down Michigan Avenue with like 500,000 people walking down the street with you.
Yeah.
You see a lady drop her baby and run across the street.
That was wild. That was crazy.
It was fun though.
Just threw her baby.
It was fun.
Hold this.
Hold that.
You got it.
Hey, what's the wildest situation? Have you ever been in a situation that was just, it got so out of hand that even you felt like a little worried about your own safety? I'm sure like you've been rushed by fans, but has there ever been that one situation where you like, damn, that was a little too much right there?
It's been situations like car chases where fans will
Wow.
follow and they'll put their own lives in danger. They haven't really, got to the point where I'm like, oh no, we gonna crash. But I'd be like, oh shit, she gonna crash.
She's gonna crash.
Like not looking, taking pictures while you driving, slamming on the brakes, all of that.
I bet you got people popping up all over the place, popping out of trash cans,
Actually,
jumping out
that
of trees.
same time at Taste, I had like people hiding in the hallways through that whole night.
Really, in the hotel?
Yeah. Like, cause I had a room with like a door before the door, and I had two rooms. So one door was here, then the door to the other room was here. So they snuck through this door, was sitting in the little
the cubby area,
the little
right.
The peephole right here. They're like this.
Hard
One over there, one over there.
Right. Some
Hard
dude
tray.
was sitting there in the maid uniform, like, yeah, I came and cleaned up the damn room, dog.
That was a wild night, cause they was coming up there all night. So
Was that one of the wildest performances?
Oh, that was
ever?
300,000 people. That's the most people I've ever performed for.
Wow.
And you had about half that at least walking down the street with you afterwards. Maybe the whole thing.
About $150.
That shit was wild.
The taste was amazing. And back to Stevie Wonder, they say he had like the same amount of people or something close to it, like a couple years before. That was incredible looking out there seeing all them people.
Right.
Like, word.
So when you travel overseas, like what countries are you most popular in? Which ones do you like to visit? Like, is it the same reaction when people see you? Like,
they go a little crazier over there.
Big over there.
Yeah, like Taste is every day over there. Not as many people, but they are like all that, like
Charged.
whatever that word
Charged
is.
up, yeah.
Enthusiastic.
Yeah,
Right.
enthusiastic. They follow. They actually wait downstairs at hotels. They if I'm in London, Australia, Africa, wherever, a lot of places around the world, they wait at the airport days before I get there. In Australia, they actually can come to the gate. Like,
they can't. So anybody can just walk in the airport and just.
Right. So when you get off the plane, it's like
300,000 people in the airport, like they got signs to pick you up. Trey Songz.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's kind of dope though too though. I mean, like sometimes it may make you nervous, but sometimes you
Probably-
just like,
You wanna be seen?
Nah. No,
I'm just saying.
We do this off the side all the time.
voice.
Yeah, the voice of God.
The narrator.
No, but like, and
The
sometimes
narrator.
though, that's kind of like you like, man.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
those
but
other people on the
after
plane
that
think
long
it's
ass
for them.
flight,
You ready to get
30
to the
minutes
room.
before, I got to go and wipe
Right.
the coal on my shit, brush
Right,
my
right.
teeth, wash my face, make sure I'm prepared to meet all them people.
I bet
But
it's funny when the one white dude to get out before you think that shit for him.
Well, they really love me over
Yeah,
here.
I didn't know y'all like me like
I'm
that.
popping.
I'm popping in Australia.
Hey, is there any part of the business, man, that you just don't care for? Like, is there one part of it that you could just say, you know what, I love being in the music business, I love being an entertainer, but this one part I can do without?
In the industry, I think a lot of people feel the need to put on the front. You know what I mean? Just because you're an artist, and like people, I think, get stuck into who they are as an artist and try to put who they are as a person aside. One thing that I've learned how to do is balance them. And we spoke about this earlier, just the gradual growth that my career has taken has given me such a sense of humility that, I very much try to keep a lot of my personal life personal, but Trey Songz is very much who I am in a lot of ways. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of people think they got to put on the front and say they this person and they really not that person. So you befriend people. It's a lot of
I'm a
politics and
vegan,
bullshit.
then you see their ass at Burger King.
No, it's really it's a lot of
Gluten-free.
phoniness. I just wish it was realer. You know what I mean? Like,
right. A lot of phoniness.
Yeah, and I think that's something that the game could definitely do without people broken promises, and that doesn't affect me as much now as it did.
When you were first starting out.
first get in the game, because you think it's You think it's like, oh man, I'm popping this,
Yeah,
that, and the other.
right.
Da, 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 da. People say you're a dream, man. You
A lot of slimy people.
Yeah. And I think, I mean, that's life, but in the game, in the music game, it's definitely elevated.
When did you first know that, like, all right, this is for real, like, this has changed, like, my whole life has changed? Like, what was that moment in time when you realized, all right, I'm no longer just
I ain't
an
gonna never
average
have
person?
a day job ever no more. Like, seriously.
When I went on tour with Jay-Z.
Wow.
That's probably one.
How did that even happen? Like,
pivotal
was
moments.
that like in the beginning of your career?
That was actually a
couple years ago. That was like 2 years
that
ago.
was right before Say I like popped off. It was the Ready album had just came out, and I had did a BET tour before that, and I was actually managing myself at the time, and Kevin Lyles was consulting me because I had just separated myself from my former management, and he called. Hove called and he was like, I want you to come out on tour with me, you and Jeezy. And I was like, shit, that ain't me.
He called you. He just hit you.
Somebody was playing in front. This ain't no damn Jay-Z.
Right.
You know.
we ain't got much to talk about, nigga. Let's go.
Right.
Let's hit the road.
Sign where?
Yeah,
Right.
that's the best tour, man.
What's
best
the first
catering, best.
Everything.
Yeah,
Everything at
the
your
after
fingertips.
party every night.
Yeah.
All the Ace of Spade I can drink.
Wow. All right, now talk about the flip side of that, because me and Leon know this being comedians for the last 15 years out here on the road. Like, what was that one part, that one show that you just like, damn, I should have stayed in school. This is what the damn business is going to be like. I know you've had those. Like, me and Leon did, like, did some crazy ass spots, dude.
Oh man, I done performed in some shithole.
What was like the
run
worst
off
one?
on this?
Yeah, like, what was that one that was
You
just
gave us a
like,
couple
hell
good
no, man, are you serious? I remember I was at a comedy club and a rat
man.
fell through the ceiling, like, while I was on stage. Like, literally, a rat
I went to
fell out
this
the ceiling.
one club in South Carolina. They had sand floors.
Wait, and it wasn't supposed to be like a beach theme.
No,
That was just.
it was far from the beach. It was far. Like sand floors.
came
The
from.
VIP was like a staircase into an attic. It was hot as fuck.
You just in a barn.
I went down in the middle to dance with a big girl. It was,
Yeah.
it was that kind of night.
So you're like, all right, this maybe I need to rethink this.
Yeah, man.
this
I
whole
had,
career
but I
thing.
had fun there. I mean, like even those.
But you have to do that.
The
You have to pay
shithole
those.
moments, like I really appreciate them. You know what I mean? Even then, I appreciated them. You leave out like, damn, we got through it. Right
Yeah.
on to the next one. But at this stage in my career, like, I appreciate those days so much.
Because now you look at like the type of things that you do now, you can look back and like, remember we was in South
Right.
Carolina on the damn sandy ass road,
Right.
you know them.
I remember the first time I came to Chicago, like, now I stay at, 5-star. I think I was at like
You probably was staying with Nudie the first time.
Yeah,
Shouts out to my man, Nudie. I got a futon.
Nudie, I'm about to pull
I got a
up.
futon. Hey, let's talk about
I
that.
got 7 futons around the city now. Come on, Trey. We're going to talk to the kids.
Put the list
Mobile.
on.
It's mobile.
Yo, Nudie.
Yo,
Shouts
we
out to
mobile.
Nudie
Shout out
Warren. Hey,
to
check it out.
Nudie.
Let's dwell on that because a lot of people don't know this about Trey. And I'm going to let y'all know about this brother right here. This brother right here cares about his community and his
Damn
people.
right.
We have done at least
Yeah, we done done a
at least
lot.
10 schools with this guy. When he
Yeah.
comes into town, he'll go to a school, man, stand up, do an assembly with the students, talk to them, man, about life, sign pictures, take pictures.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that about you, man. And why do you feel that's important for you to give back and constantly be in touch with your younger audience out there?
Cause I know what it's like not to have that. You know what I'm saying? I know what it's like not to have somebody tell you can believe in your dream. You know what I mean? Nobody ever, and I know that everybody is not chosen to have, you know what I mean? That's impossible for somebody to go to every high school or talk to every
Right.
child. But every opportunity I get, I think it's important knowing that my dreams was so far-fetched for me. And if I had somebody that had already made it come and tell me, you know what I mean?
This can't be a reality,
That'll
right.
drive me even more. And I
Right.
think it's important now for children more so than ever to realize that their individualism is special. I mean, in a day where it's cool to follow everybody and be like the next person and click up and try to do this, that, and the other, I think it's important for somebody that they respect and somebody that they look up to acknowledge them as being special. And I try to do that as much as I can. You know, I started my foundation now is called Angels with Heart, but I started Songs for Peace 5 years ago here in Chicago.
Wow.
We've done plenty of events here, like you said.
Plenty, man.
Give coats to the kids, book bags. You know, as much as I can do, man. I want to let people know outside of the music, I think my purpose in life is to, inspire. And children they have the most fertile brains to plant that seed in. It's just about planting that seed, though.
Right.
Who inspired you coming
Yeah,
up?
that's what I was going to say. Did anybody kind of pull you along and say, hey, you can do this?
Man, everybody that inspired me was right there. My mother, my grandmother, excuse me. And I think that's something that's like wild nowadays too. People put celebrities and put people they never met before the people that's right in front of them, the people that care about them day in and day out. And I liked people musically. Like, I'm a huge R. Kelly fan. I'm a huge Marvin Gaye fan, huge Jay-Z fan.
Wow.
But my realest inspiration and realest, the most tangible thing I had was my family telling me that I was important, telling me that I was special, telling me that I could do whatever. And that was enough for me.
Right.
And I think children nowadays just need a little bit more because, the blogs, the this, that, and other celebrities are put at another place than I think they were back then.
So how, for the people out there watching, the younger kids, how did you get your big break? Like, how were you discovered? How did you get,
Man, it was all by way of God, man. I wouldn't be here without God. I could say I did this and that and sung at this talent show and this person introduced me to that person, but if it weren't meant for me to be here, I wouldn't be here. And I say that to kids too as well. Like, even in going after your dreams, you gotta, if it's not meant for you, it's not gonna happen. So you gotta see if it's a God, if that's your destiny. I was 17 years old when I moved from high school in Virginia to New York, and I was sleeping on. We was mentioning
You just
futons.
left on your own and just decided to go
I had
out
my
to New
little
York.
Honda, man, my little two-tone Honda with the AC broke. And I was up in Jersey, sleeping on my producer's, at the time, futon, like in the basement. And his basement, when it rained, it would flood. And we had to
They were saying that.
yeah, we had to like the little,
Now they wish they had
little
sand.
water vacuum.
Make sandbags.
Yeah, but and my first album came out 3 years after that.
So it happened pretty quickly.
Yeah, it relatively, for me, it happened a lot faster than it happens for a lot of people, but even still, it was very hard.
It was hard.
Yeah.
It doesn't come easy.
No, never overnight.
How does your family react to your fame? Like, I'm sure you got like a lot of little cousins and relatives and aunties, and I'm sure like whenever y'all get together, you are like, Trey, you gonna do a song, baby? You know your auntie just got out the hospital. What you gonna do something for your auntie, baby?
It's,
You know she just got her kidney removed.
My closest family, they don't trip. But if you get around some people that's this third cousin or somebody else, somebody else.
Remember I gave you a banjo, you was 3, boy.
Hell no.
I'm coming to collect on that.
Trying to be responsible for your musical talent,
Try to be respectful. When family get out of hand sometimes.
Yeah, right. Popping
what's
up from
the-
all over the place.
Let's talk about like your family. What's the first thing like you purchased for like one of your family members when you finally got some cash and you was able to do something? What was the first thing that you brought it in? How did you feel being able to do that?
My mama house.
Bought your mama house.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you, did she see it before? Or
I
you
didn't
just
even see it.
Oh, you didn't even see it.
I was on the road. She was sending me pictures.
Oh, okay. Right.
I was talking about this the other day. She sent me a picture of the back of the house. I said, "Is that an apartment complex?" But I'm just now having money.
Right,
Like,
right,
what the
right.
hell is that?
What is that?
Yeah, it's from way back. Like we got like 10 acres or something. And
So you just let her pick it out.
Yeah, she sent me like
Carte
a
blanche, there
million
you go.
pictures.
Get whatever
and I
house you
didn't
want.
see it until it was ours.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was whatever she wanted, and
How did
that's
that make
still
you
the house
feel,
she
man, to
live
be
in
able
now.
to put your mom in a home, dude?
Oh man, at 21 years old,
Man.
Wow, that's strong.
that was
You could probably
one
go
of
over
the
there and
most
count
gratifying
illegal
feelings
bank
ever.
money right now. She won't even say nothing.
That's great.
Come on here, baby.
Hey.
Need some rubber bands?
Talk about the whole Virginia music scene, man, because like a lot of people sleep on that. Like the set that you come from,
So much
Red,
talent.
yeah,
there's so much talent out of that. So,
Missy.
like,
Oh, yeah.
how's your connection with some of the other artists out of
Breezy.
VA? Like,
Actually, I spoke to Missy very recently. I want to work with her so bad, man. But it was right after we turned the album in. I spoke to Timbaland like around the closing time of the album as well. Me and Chris is close. Who else out there? D'Angelo that came
Pharrell.
back.
Yeah, D'Angelo's out
Pharrell is from out there.
Clips.
Pusha getting his thing off now. So it's definitely something in the water out there. And I've always wanted to like click up and do something
That would be great.
straight Virginia.
Make
You know what I
something
mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, but it's just take everybody getting on the same page and.
if you weren't singing, if you weren't doing the entertainment thing, what would Trey Songz be doing?
Oh man, I'd be trying to get in the game.
Still.
Any way I could. I'd be a songwriter. I'd be a background singer. I'd be
Anything.
somebody manager. I think music is what I'm destined to do. You know, I think it's I get no feeling from the gratification that I get from this.
If you did have a chance to manage, say, a young artist coming up, what would be some of the advice and guidance that you would give them, things that you've learned, that you've seen in your career that you could help them out and maybe not have them go through some of the things you went through?
Oh man, hard work and dedication. I think I don't think even in managing someone, I would let them bump their head a couple times because somebody could tell you something and you don't know the effect of it until you feel it yourself.
You gotta learn off the experience.
Like I tell my little brother stuff all the time. Like you can do this and this gonna happen. You go do it anyway. You know what I mean?
Tell them what's gonna happen,
Yeah.
and they act like it ain't gonna happen. But then when it happens, they look at you like I told you.
That's exactly what happens. And you know, in managing an artist, I would just say appreciate every moment. You know, appreciate every first, because there comes a time when everything is there's after your first magazine cover, it's gonna be a million more. After your first #1 single, like don't allow yourself to get jaded. It's easy to get jaded in this game, and I think that happens to a lot of artists, and that's when you see you know, a distance between them and their fans. You know, because when you're starving and when you need to get on, you're doing everything. You at every radio station, you shaking every hand, kissing every baby. And that's why I felt it important for me to do this on this album, just to show, you know, 5 albums in, I'll still do the same stuff I was doing on the first one.
Right.
Just because I love it that much and I know people
You don't want to
love
lose
and
your
respect
spot.
me for it. Yeah. And furthermore, like to get out and go city to city and talk to fans and touch them and hug them and let them know that I appreciate, even though it's redundant, it's very much.
But it's probably not redundant to them. Like, you know, you want
Exactly.
it to them. Like,
It's
this is the
very
first time
special.
they get
Yeah.
to see you, so
That's what I'm saying.
it's crazy to them, you know.
Like for me, I might say the same thing 50 times a day, but to the person that's heard it the first time, it's still
means that
special.
you could make their whole year.
Right, and
just by-
I think that's imperative to young artists, and that goes back to hard work and dedication and understanding what it is, the blessing you have. You know,
I
because it's
forget
not.
who said it, but I was looking at some celebrity and they said that they owe it to their fans to give them a smile or a picture or
Damn
something,
right.
because he say these people waited their whole life to meet you.
They wait
And
their
you just
whole
can't
life for
give
that
them
one
2
moment.
seconds, right? And you can't give them 2 seconds when they done waited a lifetime to see you.
And
Like
they are.
Oprah should have did Nina yesterday.
Yeah, like Oprah should have did later, but she done look. What we setting up? That's a whole other story. You don't even want to get into
Oh,
it. Trey.
no.
You don't want to get
It's
into
not
it.
Oprah.
It's not yeah, man. Oprah played you again.
Yeah, Oprah went ham yesterday, Jack.
Went
Did
crazy.
Nina cry?
Nah,
Nah, she didn't cry. She
cussed
went the
out.
opposite way. She almost posted something on
Damn.
Facebook, but
Yeah,
we
we had
stopped
to
her.
stop her.
Yeah, you don't want to burn that
Don't do that,
bridge.
She almost got the whole station bought.
Yeah.
And all
I got
that
this
fire.
motherfucker down
Fire,
the country,
fire,
west,
everybody
west,
done.
You said what?
Right, right, exactly, right.
What'd you say? Your career, your life is right here.
Right. Oh man, but like you
Yeah,
said.
I want to wrap up real quick. Hey, you guys, next Tuesday, hold that CD up.
Hold it up.
Somebody grab
This
that
computer
CD
make
right
me
there.
look shiny, man.
Grab that CD right there, man.
Still
Let's hold that
shine.
up for the people, Drew. Next Tuesday, go and check out Chapter 5.
Yeah.
Pick it up. My man Trey Songz, his 5th release. And
Yeah.
one more quick thing, man. We're in the city of Chicago. The students just went back to school. We got some more students starting school next week.
Yes.
Give them a little back-to-school message from my man Trey Songz.
Oh man, school is very important. It's gonna be one of the most fun time in your life. It's gonna be days that you dreaded. It's gonna be days when you know you don't feel like going, but it's imperative that you understand what this moment means to the rest of your life. If you focus now, you know your life will be a lot better than it will be if you don't. Just look around. Look at the people that succeeded in school and look at the people who didn't. Look at the people around in your neighborhood that graduated. Look at the people that went on to do more with their life, and look at the people who didn't, and decide which one you want to be.
Yeah, because you can see the people that didn't. You see them every damn day.
Yeah.
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 Hey.
They right there.
They right there. You ain't got to
They ain't leaving the hood.
Right.
They at the same spot, same time, and if you want to be
Same
that nigga,
shirt.
you can be it.
Right. Hey, Trey Songz next Tuesday. Go check out Chapter 5. Tony's going to Morning Riot Show. We'll be back tomorrow at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
My man Drew, Fake Short Drive. Thank you again, my brother. Appreciate it. y'all.
Trigger face.
We gone, y'all.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.